Oh, that's interesting. I planned to ask you here. I realized I asked you this before the recording and didn't even recognize it. But so we talked a little bit about this before. So maybe we'll go over this ground again about finances, whether finances have been an issue or whether the program is mostly self-sustaining at this point.
It is self-sustaining, and we are realizing a profit at this point. But the realities are that this was so cash intensive that it took a long time to get our contracts with insurance companies. Insurance companies want to make sure that your program is effective, that you're doing what you say you can do, and so you have to demonstrate that. And so that time before we got our contracts was challenging, and so we the debt we incurred was intense at the beginning, and so we've got some climbing to do. We have been able to pay off some of that debt.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it took a little while, and it's nice to be in a place where we're self-sustaining.
Yeah, that's great. What other kinds of challenges, and I think maybe before I ask this question, I think maybe it'd be helpful to set more context. Would you mind telling us a little bit about, in maybe a little more detail, the programs that you run? Do you have multiple programs that the organization is running?
We have a residential program right now that consists of a campus of 2 buildings, and so our kids will come in. Usually, they're coming in from emergency departments, and they'll meet our therapists. They'll become a part of our community for 21 to 30 days is typically a stay for us. And our objective really is to get these kids as stable as possible and get them out. It's an unfortunate state that these kids have to be in our program at all. But when it's life-threatening, we need to get a plan together with the parents, with the kids, and get them in a place where they can be successful. So that's what we've focused on from day one. And we recognize that there's a continuum of care that's necessary. So how do we help support kids who do need a little bit extra help when they leave? And so that means reaching out to schools, making sure that our kids have allies and advocates within the schools and outpatient programming that's effective and needed for them. So our work will extend to making sure that is done effectively. And yes, there are opportunities for us to do potentially longer term work as well, as long as it stays connected to our mission.